So we're going to start at the front of the mat. Just stretch your arms up over your head, then bend your knees, bend forward and reach the arms back. Then straight away sweep the arms up, straighten your knees, and then bend forward, bent knees, arms reach back. Straighten up, straighten your knees, bend forward, arms reach back, and then just start to straighten the knees, bring the hands to the floor, and then walk your hands around to the left and then around to the right. And then bring your hands back to the center. We're going to step both feet back. Just take yourself through to upward facing dog. And then back to child's pose. Just a nice easy breath here. And when you're ready, we're going to push back into downward facing dog. Just shifting around a little bit, getting a feel for how open the legs are today. Then step your right foot forward. Bring your left knee onto the floor and bring your hands to the chest. We're going to press the hips forward to stretch into this lunge. Bring your hands back to the floor, step back, take yourself through to upward facing dog and back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to step the left foot forward, same thing on this side, the right knee is on the floor. Bring your hands to the chest and just press the hips forward for that nice big stretch into the lunge. And bring your hands to the floor, we'll step back, upward dog, downward facing dog. Shifting around, stretching down into the heels. Step both feet forward and inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, come all the way forward. And we're going to step both feet back. Take yourself through to upward facing dog. And then back to downward facing dog. And we're going to step the right foot forward. Come into that same lunge. Press the hips forward and then stretch your arms up. You can look up or look forward. It's up to you, whatever's comfortable. And then bring the hands back down to the floor. We'll step back. I'm going to go through upward dog and downward dog, but this is just a choice. You might feel like you want to just go back to downward dog or maybe even child's pose. So we'll step the left foot forward. So same thing first, press the hips forward, then stretch your arms up. Maybe you look up, maybe you look forward. Nice easy breath here. Then bringing your hands to the floor, stepping back. Maybe you go through with me the sun salute, upward dog, downward facing dog. Whatever you choose to do is fine. Just stretching the hips back away from the hands. And then we're going to bring both feet forward. Inhaling all the way up, exhaling all the way forward, nice and easy. Stepping your feet back and taking yourself through upward facing dog, downward facing dog. We'll step the right foot forward, left knee down, press the hips forward, stretch the arms up, then straight away hands to chest. We're going to lift the back knee off the floor. It's a high lunge, nice easy breath. Bring your hands to the floor, step the right foot back, either downward dog or maybe you're going to go through upward dog and downward dog with me. Take your left foot forward, press the hips forward, then stretch the arms up and then bring the hands to the chest. We're going to come up into that high lunge so the back knee comes off the floor. Just catching your balance here, nice and steady. And then bringing your hands down to the floor, step back, either upward dog and downward dog, or maybe you take a child's pose just to settle the breath down. In downward dog, I'm just stretching those heels down a little bit more. And then knees to the floor. Thread your right arm through for a kneeling twist. Just trying to make this somewhere that is comfortable to be, not too much fuss. The left hand is relaxed on the floor. And then unthread your right arm and thread your left arm through. Same thing, just nice and easy. Using this just to rest in between all these quite dynamic sun salutes. You can see the cat, she's asleep in her basket. I always like to channel the cat's zen when they're nearby when I'm practicing. They're so good at it. You're going to push back into downward facing dog and then step both feet forward. Inhale all the way up and exhale all the way forward. Stepping both feet back, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Super easy, we're just going to step right foot forward, press forward into the lunge, stretch your arms up, bring the hands back to the chest, lift yourself up into that high lunge and then stretch your arms up again. I'm trying to straighten the back knee as much as I can as I reach the arms up. Nice and easy, bring your hands to the chest and then down to the floor, step back. Maybe you come into the sun salute, upward dog, downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward. First off, you're in the low lunge. Press the hips forward and stretch the arms up. Bring your hands to the chest. We're going to lift the back knee, high lunge. Stretch your arms up again and see if you can straighten that back knee. Keep your breath nice and easy. Trying to keep that balance steady. Hands to the floor and step your foot back. Moving through upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stretching down with the heels. Look forward. We're going to step both feet forward. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling all the way forward. Taking both feet back. Just moving yourself through whatever way suits you. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. You're going to step the right foot forward, left knee down, press the hips forward, stretch the arms up, hands to the chest, lift the back knee, stretch the arms back up. Now bring your hands to the chest. We're going to pivot to the left so the back heel rolls down, the arms stretch out. This is warrior two. So your right knee is bent and your left knee is straight. Your shoulders are strong, your fingertips are open. And then just cartwheel the arms forward so the hands come to the floor, the back heel lifts up, you step back. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. So the left foot comes forward, right knee to the floor, press the hips forward, stretch up, hands to the chest, lift the back knee, stretch up. So as you bring the hands to the chest, you're going to pivot open to the right this time. The back heel rolls down, the left knee is bent, the right knee is straight. The arms are open to the sides. The shoulders are strong. Nice, easy breath. Cartwheel your arms forward, hands to the floor. We step that front foot back. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Now don't forget you can always drop the vinyasa through the upward and downward dog and put child's pose in if you need a little rest. Look forward and step both feet forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way forward. You'll take both feet back and move yourself through upward dog, downward facing dog. Stretch the heels down. Step your right foot forward, press the hips forward, stretch the arms up, hands to the chest, lift the back knee, stretch up, hands to the chest. We're going to pivot to the left, reach your arms out to the side, then bring your left hand to the left leg. This is reverse warrior. The right arm can stretch up, or maybe you bend the elbow reaching over. You might even bring your hand to your head. This is a side bend to the left rather than a back bend. So you're really trying to side bend the left side of the waist. Cartwheel the hands all the way forward to the floor. Step the right foot back and go through upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stretch the heels down and step the left foot forward. Press the hips forward. Stretch the arms up. Hands to the chest. Lift the back knee. Stretch the arms up. Straighten the back knee. Hands to the chest and pivot to the right. This is warrior two. Reach the arms open. Then bring the right hand to the right leg. The left arm reaches up, or maybe it reaches back. You can look up or look down. Just looking for that side bend, big stretch in the left side of the waist. You could even rest your hand on your head if you wanted to. Cartwheel the arms forward to the floor. Step the left foot back. Maybe you can take yourself through upward dog and downward dog. Maybe you take a quick rest. In this downward dog, stretching the heels down towards the floor. Then look forward. We're going to step both feet forward up to the hands. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling all the way forward. So stepping both your feet back, taking yourself through upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stretch the heels down to the floor and then step the right foot forward. Press the hips forward and then stretch the arms up. Bring your hands to the chest, lift the back knee and reach up again. And then hands to the chest. We're going to turn to the left, the back heel is down. Reach the arms up and then reverse, side bending to the left. And then coming back up, we're going to come to the right forearm to the right thigh, or the right hand all the way to the floor. This is side angle pose. Your left arm can stretch up, or maybe it can reach forward. Nice, easy breath. The front leg is strong. Roll the left hand down to the floor and the right. Step back and take yourself through upward dog, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, right knee down, press the hips forward and then stretch the arms up. Bring the hands to the chest, lift the back knee, stretch the arms up again, and then hands to the chest. We're going to turn out to the right this time. Reach your arms out to the sides. Side bend for reverse warrior. Then bring the left forearm to the thigh and right arm reaches up. Maybe you can bring the left hand to the floor. Maybe you reach the right arm towards the front. Just a nice steady breath here. That front leg is super strong. Then we're going to bring that right hand down to the floor. Step both feet back. Take yourself through upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Nice easy breath. And then we're going to settle the knees down into the floor. Just take a couple of breaths in child's pose here. I've got the arms stretched out to the front, but you can settle them back by your heels if you like. We're just trying to give the breath a chance to settle down and stretch through the back. When you're ready, we're going to push back into downward facing dog again. Step or hop both your feet forward. Inhale all the way up and exhale all the way forward. Step or hop your feet back. Take yourself through upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stretch the heels down and then step the right foot forward, left knee down, press the hips forward, stretch your arms up, bring your hands to the chest and lift the back knee. Stretch the arms up again, straighten the back knee, hands to the chest, pivot out to the left, reach your arms out and then reverse, stretch back, Then side angle, bring the right hand to the floor, then the left hand. Bring your back knee to the floor, and we're going to come into pigeon pose here. Just pick a variation of pigeon that is comfortable for you. So I've sort of come off to the side here so that I can take the foot a little bit more shin parallel to the front of the mat. So I'm not really trying to square the hips in this position. And this way there's no weight on the knee. Keeps the knee right out of it, just keeps the stretch in the back of the hip. Now if you have a different variation you prefer, then just go with that. You can fold forward if you like, but you know, it's not the law. Maybe you walk your arms around from one side to the other. Good to always keep a little bit of movement in the system. Just not letting yourself get too caught up in holding. So then just shift your weight to the right and slide the left leg round to the front. So we're going to come into a forward bend here. I've got the left leg straight, the right knee bent out to the side. Now that might be stretch enough for you, or maybe you feel like you could fold forward over that left leg. Maybe you can even reach the arms out a little bit. Don't stress. I'm not going for the biggest forward bend you ever did. If you want to add a little bit more twist to this, you could reach the right arm across to the outside of the left leg or foot. I'm just pressing with the left hand on the floor to give myself a little bit of support. And when you come back up, just going to bring your weight to the right, slide that left leg back, and then step both feet back. Upward dog, downward facing dog. You're going to step that left foot forward now, right knee to the floor, press the hips forward, stretch your arms up into the air, bring your hands to the chest and lift the back knee off the floor. Stretch the arms up, straighten the back knee, then bring the hands to the chest. We're going to turn out to the right. Warrior two, reverse, side angle, and then hands to the floor and bring that left knee into pigeon pose. So again, whatever variation suits you, you might do something different to what you did on the other leg, and that's fine. The hips are likely to be different. Just always needs to feel comfortable. You don't really need to be on the limit of what you've got. There's only so flexible you need to be. In this position, I'm looking for a stretch in the back of the right hip. I don't really want any pinching in the front of the hip. I don't want any pulling in the knee. You can walk the arms around if that's something that you like to do. So when we come back up, we're going to bring the weight over onto that left hip a little bit more and swing the right leg forward. The left knee is bent and the right knee is straight. Get yourself comfy so that you can perhaps forward bend towards that right leg. Doesn't need to be trying to get your face down onto your shin. It's definitely less satisfying than you imagine it to be, shoving your face on your own leg. You might reach that left arm across the leg. It's just a little bit of a twist, a little bit more of a stretch for the side of your back. And coming back up, bring your weight to the left, take that right leg back. We're going to step all the way back. I'm just stepping back to downward dog this time, stretching the heels down. Maybe you can even let the feet come together so the feet are touching and stretching the heels down. Feels kind of nice. And when you look forward this time, we're going to step through to sitting. So I'm sitting in cross legs, just turning to the right, the left hand across the right knee, and turning to the left right hand is across the left knee. Just a real easy twist, turning back to the right now, and then turning to the left. And just sit back, change the cross of the legs. Bring your hands back behind you, press down with your hands and push the chest up. Really trying to arch the back, feel the upper back opening up. And release and fold forward. And you might be able to fold forward like this, hands to the floor or not, doesn't matter. We're going to bring the hands back behind us and lift up again, really trying to arch up towards the ceiling. And then folding forward again, super relaxed. And then this time when you sit up, we're going to lay down onto the back, just rolling the knees from side to side so the feet are in contact with the floor. The knees roll over, maybe you add a little bit extra by as you roll to the left, let the right leg swing over a bit. As you roll to the right, let the left leg swing over a bit. This is a really relaxed movement. I'm not putting loads of, core strength or anything like that into it, just letting the weight of the legs twist me through my spine. Should feel super nice. The next time you come back to the middle, we're going to take Shavasana here. So today I'm going to have my feet wide and the knees just falling into rest on each other. Just like to keep the hands around the tummy or the ribs sometimes, so you can feel the rise and fall of your own breathing. It's kind of nice. But you pick whatever position is comfortable for you. Shavasana always should be exactly how you like it. So stay here as long as you like. The video will stop in a couple of seconds. Nice work, guys.